why is it spreading more in US as compared to, let's say, in Canada?
Because they don't care and don't listen, don't like Donald Trump, so they just go outside, don't listen to him.
Oh,
and they can get the coronavirus.
Some people do not like Donald Trump, so they did not listen to Donald Trump and they disobeyed him and then went outside, and this is why they got sick. Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today. I know life is a bit different these days. We are trying to adjust to the new normal. Kids are not in school. But today's session is about how do our kids responding to this current situation? What do they know about coronavirus and how they are actually reacting to it? We have few kids. Hello everyone.
Hello.
Alright, so my first question to you is,
Rahim.
When did you first hear about coronavirus?
From my family.
From your family. And how about you? When did you first hear about coronavirus?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? So, what do you know about coronavirus?
That it started in China.
It kills you.
It started in China. That is not a really good statement to say, because it actually came from animal.
Bats.
You know, if somebody say you that it started from the country you were born in, you will be offended. And if everybody is saying you it started from the country you were born in, you will not feel good. So it is good to say that it is, which is actually the right thing to say, that it actually came from animal. It is
okay, it affects people.
Yeah, so it is like a chain of virus which kind of jumps, which causes animals to get sick. And it jumped from animals to human. And since it was infectious, so humans got infected. And it is now spreading so widely, right? So one more question to both of you is, do you know how does it spread?
By if somebody has coronavirus, and if you if he touches you or coughs, if something
coughs, and then if the person coughs, then and not in his elbows, in his hands or nothing, it can spread to another person.
So does that mean that it just spreads from coughing?
And if you don't wash your hands that much.
So it actually spreads from the air droplets. For example, if somebody
sneezes or sneezes,
somebody coughs. So from the droplets, it can actually be coming to you, to your surface, and it actually gets transferred from your nose or your mouth.
If there's a virus going up and you're out, and you touch something, just don't touch anything when you're
because
out.
The reason why
germs, but someone that had the coronavirus could have touched it.
Exactly. That means that it stays on the surface.
And then if you touch it, you will get the coronavirus.
That is absolutely right. You can get it by touching the surfaces which already has the virus, and since it's not visible to us. So what we have to do, we have to really wash our hands, and just not wash your hands.
Don't touch
Don't touch your nose and mouth.
Exactly, because it transfers from your nose and mouth. So it is always wise idea when you go outside, you have to cover your face with a mask. The reason the mask covers your nose and your mouth. So when it covers your nose and your mouth, somebody even sneezes, it just cannot go to you instantly. Right? Unless you touch some surface, and then when you take off your mask, it touches your mouth and nose. It can transfer like that. So you have to be really careful even when you're going out, for example, for groceries, for anything, any minor thing, like you're going out from your apartment and you're touching a elevator, and somebody already who was sick has touched the elevator button, it can be transferred to you as well. So the best thing is that cover your mouth. so that you don't touch your mouth and nose. As soon as you get home, wash your hands, right? So this is actually a good idea to do. So tell me one thing, what do you know about like social distancing? Social distancing?
Because the droplets only go 1 feet. They don't go more than 1 feet.
So do you have to keep a distance from others?
Yeah.
So even if you're going outside for essential things, do you have to keep, so do you need to keep a distance from me?
No.
It from your family you're living with, it is okay to be with them. However, if a family member has any symptoms like these one, they should be self-isolating, and you have to distance from them as well.
If they have fever, if they can't breathe well.
Very good.
If they have a temperature.
That's very good. So what are the symptoms of the coronavirus? What are the symptoms you know that
What does the symptom mean?
Symptoms mean the signs of coronavirus. You can think of if you are having
Fever.
if you're having fever, if you're having sore throat,
If you're having lung problems.
if you're coughing, you have dry cough.
Tummy aches.
What's
No,
dry
tummy aches is not usually considered in coronavirus, but and then you're feeling very tired, lethargic, you have a high fever, you should immediately self-isolate yourself, even from your family members.
But what if like you self-isolate, but then after 14 days, then is like the room safe to go in?
So you have to disinfect the room. When you have to really
Disinfect.
disinfect means you have to clean the room really well with the substance which can kill the germs.
What's that substance?
For example, the hand sanitizer is something which we use for disinfect our hands. So similarly, there are some certain sprays which are used to disinfect. There are Clorox wipes which has all those disinfecting sprays you can use. So does that mean that you are not allowed to visit your grandma or grandpa?
Yes.
Why is that? If you
Because you don't
really
live
wanna,
with them.
if you really wanna visit your parents, your grandparents,
They could have the coronavirus.
You could voice chat with them if you only want to talk with them.
very nice. So if you really want to, see your grandparents, just FaceTime them, just Skype them. The
You
reason.
can get the coronavirus if we go to them. Like if like far away, you can't go in a car, in an airplane. You have to go in an airplane.
No, if for example, if they are living in town, are you still not allowed to visit them?
No.
That is right. You are not allowed to visit them. The reason I'm saying is that every person has a different body's immune system. The system which is comprising of your own body, right? Your body has your own way of fighting from different viruses, germs, bacteria. Our immune system, for example, the grown-ups immune system or the old people immune system is much weaker as compared to the kids' immune system.
That means my immune system is better than yours.
It does vary from person to person as well.
That means my immune system is different than everybody.
Yes, that's absolutely right. Your immune system is different from me. My immune system is different from yours. Your grandparents' immune system is different from myself or yours. However, their immune system is a little weaker, right? Because they have gone old.
Yeah.
So we need to protect them. If, God forbid, and they suffer from the virus, then it is more chances that their body will have a hard time fighting against virus. So they will suffer even harder as compared to you suffering from the same thing. This is why we should not be visiting even our relatives, because we need to protect not only ourselves, we need to protect everybody and them as well, right? Very good, very good. So one thing, when we watch news, do you feel good to watch news, or you feel a little
boring after you watch it for some time?
Yeah.
You mean boring, or do you
Like in
feel
the start you want to know, but then when you know it, then you don't want to watch it.
do you feel a little sad to hear so many people dying from the virus? So this is one reason sometimes we feel so overwhelmed with watching all these news. But what do you think, why is it is spreading? Rahim, you have to tell me this thing. Why is it spreading more in US as compared to, let's say, in Canada?
Because they didn't take proper safety measures.
And why is that?
And some people don't care. and don't listen, don't like Donald Trump, so they just go outside, don't listen to him.
Oh.
And they can get the coronavirus.
Some people do not like Donald Trump, so they did not listen to Donald Trump and they disobeyed him. And then
went outside.
And went outside, and this is why they got sick?
Yeah, that's what I think.
That's actually a very good point. We should listen to our leaders, what they are saying, no matter if you have a personal liking or disliking from them. So that's actually a very, very important point. No matter I like some political party or I don't like, in this time of a crucial time of pandemic, you should not think about your own self. You should think about the community. Everybody. That's very right. So you are not going to school. How do you feel about that?
Boring.
Do you?
Because in school, like
do something.
You actually do something, and then you have something to do.
But at home,
I have I wake up, then I eat food, then I watch.
So do you miss your friends, going out with your friends, playing in recess time with your friends?
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to going back to school?
No.
But then you're saying that you're missing your friends.
not like right now.
Not right now, but I'm saying very soon. Do you really want to miss go back to school?
Yes.
Not right now, but later.
Yeah. Not I want to school right now.
So tell me one last thing. I'll ask you one by one. What is the best thing you did during quarantine? What is the best thing you did till now? Quarantine means you are basically, if you have travel outside, you're self-isolating yourself for a certain period of time.
14 days.
Yeah, so this is called a self-quarantine or self-isolation. So you're basically staying home, you're keeping a social distancing, you're not going outside if you have traveled from outside as well. So, or you're immune or you're worried about getting exposed to the infectious diseases. So this is what quarantine is. My question was that what is the best thing so far? I think it's almost a month in self-isolation. What is the best thing you have done so far?
Best thing how?
What did you enjoy?
Fun activity?
Yeah, for example, you enjoyed playing games, you enjoyed cooking with mama, you enjoyed, waking up late.
Playing chess on the computer.
Very good. So you had a virtual chess session and you really enjoyed it?
And playing games.
And playing games. That's pretty good.
I also like making stuff in the kitchen.
Yeah, you enjoyed.
I made a pie.
You made a pie?
I like drawing too.
You enjoyed drawing too? That's awesome. And you also enjoyed your family being together. Yeah. So one most important thing you have to remember in this tough time is that we all are staying together with our loved ones. We are not stuck at home. We are safe at home.